Hey everyone! Welcome back to another session in our journey to prepare for the National Qualifying Examination for School Heads. Today, we'll be covering something crucial, DepEd Order Number 7, Series of 2023. This new order, issued in March 2023, sets updated guidelines for recruitment, selection, and appointment across all levels of DepEd, from the central office down to the individual schools. So, why is this important? Well, as future school heads, you'll be directly involved in the hiring process. You'll need to understand how to bring in the right people who are competent, fit for the job, and who align with DepEd's mission to deliver quality, accessible, and relevant education. Let's get into the core principles of this order. Why these guidelines? At the heart of DepEd Order Number 7, Series of 2023, are values we're already familiar with: merit, competence, accountability, transparency, and equal opportunity. These values aren't just words. They're requirements in ensuring we select the best people to serve our schools and communities. This order aims to create a systematic and competency-based approach for hiring and promotion. It's about aligning skills and job responsibilities so that the right people are in the right positions exactly when we need them. Key sections of DepEd Order Number 7. Let's break down the main components to focus on. Criteria and point system. This order includes specific point systems for different positions. There are detailed criteria for teacher positions, Teacher I for K-12, school administration roles, related teaching, and non-teaching positions. Each of these roles has its own point system to help ensure an objective and clear evaluation. Hierarchy and scope. This order applies to various positions across DepEd, especially within the first and second levels, including managerial roles. But some senior teaching and CES, Career Executive Service, positions have separate guidelines that still apply unless they're updated by new orders. Revoking old guidelines. This is a big one. With these new guidelines, a lot of the previous orders from the past 2 decades are repealed. We're talking about guidelines that date back to 2002, covering everything from basic teacher hiring procedures to alternative learning programs. This consolidation aims to streamline recruitment and promotion processes under one coherent policy, which is very helpful in creating uniformity and fairness. Merit and selection plans. Following the Civil Service Commission's rules, the new merit selection plan focuses on the fit of each candidate, not just in terms of skills, but also in alignment with DepEd standards. This policy is also about making DepEd's hiring process less political and more based on professionalism. Each candidate should be evaluated on actual skills and achievements, not on external influences. Definition of key terms. There are some specific terms in these guidelines that you'll want to remember. Accountability. As a school head, you are responsible for making fair decisions and being transparent about them. This involves being able to explain, justify, and take ownership of the selections made in your school. Competencies. Here, we're looking at a mix of knowledge, skills, attitudes, and behaviors that ensure someone can do the job effectively. Comparative assessment results. CAR. These are the scores and rankings of candidates after evaluation, helping appointing officers make the final call. Behavioral events interview. This is a key part of evaluating applicants' past behaviors as a predictor of future performance, especially when it comes to handling responsibilities and working within the school's community. Practical application for school heads. When you're sitting as part of the Human Resource Merit Promotion and Selection Board, HRMPSB, or guiding your HR officers, you'll rely on this order to ensure fairness and consistency. Here's a quick example. If you're hiring a new teacher I, you'll use the point system for evaluating each candidate's education, experience, and competency in the classroom. What if there's a need for someone with very specialized skills, like a specific technical role in senior high school? This order lets you adjust for highly specialized positions, but still within the scope of competency and accountability. You're not just picking the best on paper, you're finding the best for that specific need in your school. 1. In addressing a sudden increase in student dropout rates, which initial step best exemplifies a school head's strategic thinking and problem-solving approach. A. Conduct a survey with parents to understand challenges affecting attendance. B. Send a memo to teachers, encouraging increased student engagement. C. Implement an immediate tutorial program to improve academic performance. D. Formulate a comprehensive strategy with input from community stakeholders. Answer: D. Rationalization. Strategic thinking involves a thorough, collaborative approach. Option D indicates a multi-stakeholder strategy, which is essential for effectively identifying and addressing complex factors leading to student dropouts, whereas the other options represent more limited actions. 2. Which of the following most accurately reflects the principles of a competency-based recruitment and selection process for hiring a new teacher? A. Selecting candidates based solely on academic achievements and teaching experience. B. Using a detailed point system evaluating education, experience, and demonstration of competencies. C. Prioritizing applicants from prestigious universities over other qualifications. D. Selecting candidates based on recommendations from prominent community leaders. Answer: B. Rationalization. Competency-based recruitment evaluates a candidate's qualifications through objective measures like a point system, which aligns with DepEd's competency-driven hiring standards. Options A, C, and D reflect biases that may not align with these standards. 3. A school head faces resistance when implementing a new results-based performance management system, RPMS, in the school. Which of the following actions best demonstrates change management skills? A. Informing teachers that the change is mandated and must be complied with. B. Offering individual consultations to understand teachers' concerns and provide support. C. Providing an extensive set of instructions and expecting teachers to follow them. D. Conducting a one-time workshop explaining the RPMS process to all teachers. Answer: B. Rationalization. Effective change management involves understanding resistance and addressing concerns through open communication, which is best demonstrated by option B. Options A, C, and D do not effectively address teachers' perspectives or offer sufficient support. 4. When conducting a behavioral events interview as part of the hiring process, a principal should prioritize which of the following questions to assess a candidate's suitability for a teaching position. A. Can you describe a time you worked effectively under pressure in a classroom? B. What are your academic achievements relevant to this position? C. How long do you expect to stay in this position if hired? D. What are your future goals in education? Answer: A. Rationalization. Behavioral event interviews focus on past actions as indicators of future performance. Option A aligns with this approach by prompting a candidate to recount a specific, relevant experience. Options B, C, and D are general or speculative. 5. Which leadership approach would be most effective for a school head in fostering a culture of continuous professional growth among teachers? A. Setting strict evaluation standards and penalizing low-performing teachers. B. Establishing peer mentoring groups and encouraging collaboration on professional development. C. Assigning mandatory professional development goals to each teacher. D. Rotating teachers' assignments to encourage adaptability. Answer: B. Rationalization. Fostering a culture of continuous professional growth involves collaborative and supportive initiatives. Option B supports growth through peer interaction and collaboration, while other options focus more on control and compliance. 6. To ensure accountability in the hiring process, a school head should prioritize which of the following actions? A. Documenting each candidate's scores and interview feedback thoroughly. B. Limiting the interview panel to the school head alone to avoid biases. C. Giving extra weight to recommendations from current staff members. D. Prioritizing candidates who have previously worked in the same community. Answer: A. Rationalization. Accountability in hiring requires transparency and documentation of each step, which is exemplified by option A. Options B, C, and D introduce potential biases or lack procedural rigor. 7. Which action best demonstrates a school head's commitment to inclusivity and equity in the recruitment process? A. Recruiting candidates from local communities exclusively. B. Ensuring job postings are accessible to a wide range of applicants, including diverse backgrounds. C. Preferring applicants with experience in the same district for familiarity. D. Assigning different evaluation criteria for applicants from varied backgrounds. Answer: B. Rationalization. Inclusivity and equity in recruitment mean providing equal access to job opportunities, which option B achieves. Options A, C, and D could introduce biases or limit the pool unfairly. 8. When evaluating applicants using the comparative assessment results, CAR, what should a school head prioritize to maintain objectivity and fairness? A. Reviewing each candidate's overall ranking without considering individual scores. B. Giving preference to applicants with the most years of teaching experience. C. Carefully reviewing each component of the CAR, including competencies and overall fit. D. Selecting the candidate recommended by the majority of interview panelists. Answer: C. Rationalization. The CAR is designed to assess each component of a candidate's qualifications and competencies, ensuring objectivity and fairness. Option C upholds this standard, while options A, B, and D focus on specific factors that may compromise holistic assessment. 9. In developing a merit-based promotion process, a school head should prioritize which of the following actions? A. Appointing staff who have demonstrated loyalty to the institution. B. Developing clear, measurable performance criteria aligned with job responsibilities. C. Conducting informal assessments based on general observations. D. Rewarding candidates with the highest level of seniority within the school. Answer: B. Rationalization. Merit-based promotion relies on clear, measurable criteria to evaluate performance objectively. 10. Which best demonstrates a school head's ability to apply the principles of transparency and accountability in decision-making? A. Publishing all decisions with complete reasoning in the school newsletter. B. Holding a private meeting with stakeholders to share decisions. C. Documenting decision-making processes and making them available upon request. D. Making decisions without feedback to ensure impartiality. Answer: C.